But we may be seeing the formulation of a plan and tactic from this training footage from Gervonta Davis.
Anybody that gets in the ring with Tank that is not a damn dinosaur is gonna feel something from it. And it ain't gonna be easy to hit it.
When power meets precision, someone's going down. Gervonta Tank Davis just transformed into a nightmare. Jake Paul, you're not ready for this version of Tank. Gervonta Tank Davis has the boxing world in shock after new training footage revealed a scary transformation ahead of his fight with Jake Paul. The undefeated star looks stronger, faster, and more explosive than ever. His body looks built for destruction, and every punch he throws in the gym looks like it could end a fight instantly. Fans are calling this the most dangerous version of Tank Davis ever, and Jake Paul might be stepping into the ring with a true beast at his absolute peak. Tank Davis has always been known as one of boxing's most powerful punchers and viral sensations. From his brutal knockouts to his calm, killer mindset, he's always been one of the most feared men in the sport. But this new training footage feels different. In his past camps, Tank focused on speed, accuracy, and movement. Now, he looks bigger, stronger, and more ruthless than ever. He's clearly added serious muscle, and the result is both impressive and terrifying.
My biggest fear, I never want to get embarrassed. You know?
What you mean? How would you get embarrassed?
Well, it's like me not doing my job. Feel me? Like, I'm not worrying about nobody else, because I know skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game, well, I take it right hand in hand. But skill wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody. Like talking about top to bottom list of fighters that's fighting on TV.
So what that got to do with you being, I guess, embarrassing? Like, cause again, we see you make posts on a story like the fight not happening. Like,
cause I don't never want to. Like, me not doing my job, like, all the way, like, me not training all the way, me not, you know? So, that's what made me, like, so I was supposed to have been in camp, you know? And I wasn't in camp, so it was me, like, all right.
oh, okay.
It pissed me off so bad that I was like, all right, I don't even want to fight no more.
Former boxer Eddie Chambers recently warned Jake Paul not to underestimate Davis just because of his smaller size. Chambers admitted Jake has the edge in height and weight, but reminded fans that Tank's speed, timing, and knockout power make him one of the most dangerous fighters pound for pound. If you're not a monster yourself, Tank will make you look bad, Chambers said. He made it clear no amount of size will save Jake Paul if Tank lands clean.
That something like this can happen, but this is social media, this is what is created. There's a lane that Jake Paul has created. Honestly, I'm not mad at him for it. He's gotten a lot of fighters and, you know, actual fighters some shine. It also has done for women's boxing a lot. So I'm not mad at him for what he's been in boxing and what he's created. This is a little crazy right here. This is a little crazy. And a lot of people will say, Tank is too small. Let me tell you something. Anybody that gets in the ring with Tank that is not a damn dinosaur is gonna feel something from him. And it ain't gonna be easy to hit him. Got boxing IQ. He may not sound like an intellectual guy when you hear him talk, but he knows the ring inside and out. So there's nothing that Jake Paul can do aside from make it extremely ugly by grabbing him and probably trying to throw him to the ground. I don't know what else, bite him. I don't know, but I mean, the skill level alone, now of course, there is a size difference, a height difference and all that, but he's just gonna struggle so much landing a shot. You know, it's just gonna look bad. To me, this is the way I see it. It's gonna look bad. Tank is gonna be too fast. And the punch, I believe, I'm not saying it's gonna knock him out or, you know, but he's gonna feel.
Tank Davis has sent a chilling warning before the fight, claiming he could take down a 300-pound man with no fighting experience. He's not joking. It doesn't matter how big he is, Tank said. If he can't fight, I'll handle him. Skill beats size every time. Davis explained that boxing isn't just about power, it's about timing, precision, and control. Even if a man is huge, Tank's speed, defense, and knockout accuracy would make him untouchable in the ring.
What do you think is the minimum weight of someone that could beat you in a fight?
Minimum weight?
Yeah, like someone's like 250.
Yeah, probably like 250, 220 or some shit like that.
With no experience?
Yes, sir.
Someone with no experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, hell no. They gotta have experience to beat me.
No, but like a 300 guy, no experience.
No, I'm whooping that ass. I'm whooping that ass.
Still, many fans and experts believe Davis might simply be too small for Jake Paul. Tank is 5 feet 5 inches and has spent most of his career at lightweight, while Jake naturally walks around 190 pounds. Critics argue that no matter how muscular Tank looks, physics still matters. Jake's larger frame could take more hits and deliver heavier shots, and that size gap might be too much for Davis to overcome.
All of a sudden, we want to know, who will win in this fight? Jake Paul or Tank Davis? It's a legit question. And I actually want to really hear your thoughts on who do you think is going to win. Because I know what Vegas is saying, but I want to know what you think. You got
Personally, I think Tank too little, bro.
Yo,
I think Tank too little.
I'm so glad you have a brain on your fucking shoulder.
I think Tank
The
too
way
little.
I said, bro.
I think Tank's too little. That's what I'm saying. That weight class is for a reason.
Davis
That weight class is for a reason.
5'5", 135 pounds. Jake Paul is 6 feet, 205 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
He's too
6'1",
little.
205. Everybody's like, yeah, bro, but Tank it only takes one good punch. Yes, it takes one good punch when you're about the same size. There's a 60, 70 pound difference in weight in these people. I don't think nobody puts the physics in mind. Jake Paul gets punched in the face by dudes 200 pounds with all their might on a weekly basis. A 135 pound puncher, bro. If y'all remember the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor fight, Conor walks around like 180 on the regular. He's like 5'9", 180. Mayweather's like 5'7", 145. That 30 pound difference, bro. If you remember that fight, Mayweather was putting mittens on Conor. Guess what happened to Conor? He didn't hit the ground once.
No.
He lasted all 12 rounds getting hit with flurries. I'm talking about Mayweather was having his time. He's being cocky with it, hitting him with all kind of combos. And we're watching the last 3 rounds of that shit like, yo, knock him out. And you know what? He could not knock him out because Conor gets punched by people that are 170, 180 pounds on a regular. And just that 20, 30 pound difference, it was like impossible for him to do anything. And that's exactly what I feel like is gonna happen versus Jake and Tank.
Fans are already comparing Jake Paul versus Tank Davis to the legendary Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul matchup, another battle of size versus skill. Like Mayweather, Davis is smaller, sharper, and more experienced. Jake, like his brother, depends on his size and raw strength. In the Logan versus Mayweather fight, Logan's size helped him survive, but Mayweather's precision and ring IQ completely controlled the fight. Many believe we'll see history repeat itself with Davis and Jake.
Jake Paul, Tank Davis fight got moved to Miami.
I think Jake wins.
Jake's just so big, dude.
I think Jake wins.
This is different because it's similar. It's similar to Logan versus Mayweather, but
Jake has
Jake
better
Paul
boxing.
now obviously is way more advanced than where Logan was at that moment in time.
I mean,
Gervonta
it's
is
just,
fucking sick.
I mean, yeah. No, but dude,
Did you
Jake,
ever watch his highlights?
Jake can
He's
crack,
nasty,
man.
bro.
He's so sick.
He's
I love
nasty.
that guy, bro.
Boxing analyst Ade Oladipo shared a strong opinion about this fight, saying it's happening too soon in both men's careers. Unlike Mayweather and Logan, who fought after their prime, Jake and Tank are still in their best years. Oladipo believes the fight is more about entertainment than legacy and could distract both from real championship paths. He said the fight would make more sense later, once both have achieved more. For now, it's a wild, risky move that could define or damage their careers.
Whether you agree with it or not, Gervonta is considered the #1 lightweight in the world. And it's a division that includes Shakur Stevenson, a lot of young guns coming up. I'm not any more sure if it's going to include Keyshawn Davis, but it's a hot division. He's considered #1 in that division. Like, that's why I kind of find this a bit, I don't know. Like, there are challenges out there for Gervonta. There are big money fights out there for Gervonta. We want to see Gervonta in those fights. Again, I don't know how many fights people want to see AJ in, just to make the AJ Jake Paul comparison. One, as far as I'm concerned, that was Tyson Fury. I don't really have any interest in seeing an AJ in any other more fights. Whereas Gervonta Davis, I wanted and still do want to see him in so many more fights. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. These exhibition things are, like, really and truly, they should all be when your career's done. Like, when you think of Floyd versus Logan Paul, done, right? Floyd versus Conor, did he have one more after? Was that it? I can't even remember. But it was right at the end. It was done right at the end, even if it wasn't, right at the end. These guys having these exhibition fights in between what is the peak of their career is kind of weird for me. Very, very weird. And then it isn't even comparable to Ngannou Fury, because at least these guys were the same size. Like Jake Paul is a 215, 220 pound guy. I don't know what he walks around at. Gervonta fights at 135. Guessing he walks around about 155.
At the press conference, Jake Paul confidently pointed out his physical advantages, his reach, height, and weight. He said Tank's aggressive close-range style leaves openings that he plans to punish with long-range power shots. Still, Jake admitted that beating Tank wouldn't instantly make him an elite boxer. He said this fight is part of his journey to prove he can hang with the best, not just a shortcut to glory. His approach sounded focused and humble, showing he's not just chasing fame, but respect inside the ring.
I would say a lot of things, but I think first and foremost is going to just be my reach, my size, being able to keep him away. I think there's a lot of holes in his defense that a lot of people haven't exposed before, and he's a great fighter, one of the best. I'm excited. He's elevating me to a new height. He's making me push myself to my limits. I'm more locked in than ever, but at the end of the day, I know I'm going to be able to come out on top and outbox the guy who's been doing it for 7 times as long as me.
Jake just said that Tank has been boxing for 7 times as long as Jake has been boxing. They started out this press conference by saying Jake started boxing 5 years ago. So 7 times 5 is 35. Tank is what, 30?
I mean, especially Tank been talking about retiring, so why not get the bag and then go about your business if that's your plan? I mean, if that's your plan to retire, then go get the bag and then go about your business. You ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm not against it.
You got some people that are very critical of Tank. Does it make sense depending on what you're in boxing for? Because you got some people that want to fight the best. You got some people that want the accolades, the belts, the undisputed. You got some people that just came in this game like, look, I'm trying to get my family out of poverty and give us generational wealth. Does it all depend on what you decided to box for?
Well, Tank accomplished a lot at a young age.